Blogger Roundup. It's myOrganized.life live May 7th, 2020. And does
Hey,
this
wait.
feel weird?
It is, because today's Thursday,
Yeah,
not Friday,
that's right.
but we're doing Blogger Roundup.
That's
Tell
right.
us why.
That's because this show is now 20% lighter.
It went on a diet.
We went on a diet, and actually
Wow.
for a season here, for a little while, the next month maybe or two, we are going to be down to 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. But we didn't want to lose our big ratings, giant on Fridays, which is Blogger Roundup. It's your favorite show.
And yours.
And so we made a programming decision, and we moved it over to Thursday, so we would not lose that. You know, that's what they, on TV, network TV, like, let's say back in the day, when Friends was on Thursday nights, and and all your favorites, and then some programming executive says, we're going to move Friends to Monday night because we want to pull up Monday night, and it wrecks everybody's routine.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So we hope we're not wrecking your routine.
But we moved Solution Day that was on Thursdays to Tuesdays. Yes.
So, yeah, I know. By the way, did we introduce this show? This is myOrganized.life live. I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and now on Thursdays, Blogger Roundup. And we scour the web, and I hope you had a good time this week. You had one less day to work on.
I did. One less day, but I got them done. Should we start off the first slide?
Yes, let's put up that first slide.
All right. The first slide. Oh, so organized. Linda Samuels. How to release mind clutter that makes you worry.
Ooh.
So she says clutter comes in many forms. Often we see, physical displays of papers or garages that are crammed, but there's also mental clutter where our thoughts kind of just take over and you become unproductive. And mind clutter causes anxiety and stress. And of course, this day and age, it's, are you having mental stress?
Oh my gosh, mental stress, just thinking about all the news and what's going on. But you know what image came to me? And I think I was talking to you about this. Didn't you go to Menards recently?
Yeah, I frequent there quite often.
Yeah, and it's a home center store, kind of like a Home Depot, but more regional. And now they require you to wear a mask.
I haven't been there since the mask, but my husband went there, and he went to the lumber yard only, and they kind of gave him the look like, you should have a mask, but I guess since you're only staying in the lumber yard, it's okay. He said he was the only one there that did not have one. And if you go in the store, they make you buy one. Yeah,
you have to bring your own or buy one. But someone was telling me, I thought it was you, but maybe it was someone else, that they, right by the exit door, there's all these gloves and masks laying, people just come off, they take the mask off and they throw it on the ground.
What?
I don't know if they're mad about it or what, but now there's all this clutter.
That was not me that said that. That is disgusting.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
It's like leaving dirty clothes
It's like littering, and then who's going to pick those up? What if they have germs on them? That's
disgusting. I wonder
that's the mental stress that we're going through.
That is stressful. And the news, it's just I've kind of stopped watching altogether. I just read like really local headlines if I need to.
I could go out for a walk that way,
for a walk, I was pulling some dandelions yesterday.
Nice.
Just releasing my stress. So
anyway,
Linda found herself using the phrase, if only I could do this, if only I could do this. And it was causing her a ton of stress. Her mom is in a home, has dementia, and she really she hasn't seen her in 2 months. And so, she realized, there's nothing I can do about this. She has a daughter in Brooklyn who is, that's a hub for COVID-19. But anyway, she realized that using the term if only is only causing her more stress. She can't do anything about it. So she tried to rethink and try to turn it into something positive. Let go of that mental stress. Now I've lost my place here. She said, these if only phrases can breed regret and anxiety. And so she's turned to other things like nature, like you're walking, you said go for a walk, meditation, yoga, and focus on the things that she can control. And she said she's read that 85 to 90% of the things we worry about never actually happen. So mind clutter and mind worry is very unproductive.
Mm.
So she kind of talks about, turning it around, and actually that she was able to have a social distancing kind of reunion with her mom and one of her daughters. And she said it was great. It just made her feel so much more at ease. So she thought of something else she could do besides worry.
Yeah.
Is basically the gist of this blog post. But you should go read it, of course, because
Yeah.
Linda puts a much better spin on it
Yeah.
than I am.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's put the slide for that.
All right. One more time. How to release mind clutter that makes you worry. myOrganized.com.
All right. Now, our next one up is Hazel Thornton, org4life.com. Are you wasting your free time?
Oh,
And
I
it's
wonder
an
that.
interesting concept. We have all this time at home, and
Uh-huh.
are we watching Netflix? Are we doing puzzles? Are we working? I
Mm-hmm.
find actually that I end up working more. I'm doing stuff at night. In
Are
fact,
you?
I sent an email the other night. I think it was about 9:30 at night. And ironically, the other person answered and said, "What are you doing,
Oh
working
my
this late at night?"
gosh,
And I said,
really?
"Same thing you're doing. You're working this late at night." And,
Wow.
and it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Some people do, I know, some people work on stuff because of the system.
yeah.
It gets bogged down during the day because so
Oh,
many of
yeah.
us are on it. And when you have to use big files and stuff, it's easier to do it later.
Right.
But still, you have to have that cut off, I think.
Right. Right. Well, I'm just going to do a few little highlights from Hazel's blog here. So she says here, these are not normal circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, many of us have 7 to 8 weeks in quarantine now. Can you believe that? Many weeks.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, it's, yeah.
and she says, under normal circumstances, just think of what you could have accomplished in that time.
Right. Everyone says, oh, if I only had a month off, I could get so much done. Well,
Right.
there you go. But
Well,
I haven't done anything. There's nothing to show
I
for it.
actually think I've gotten more done
Yeah, I've
than
gotten
less.
some,
But
but
I mean, different people. That's because there's nothing else to do.
right.
Can't go out to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Limited to get into the store. So anyway, so she says it simply takes more time and energy now to do and think about things we never had to worry about before, like working from home when you never did before, while the kids are home, which they never were before, toilet paper shortage, masks, social distancing, all this kind of stuff. We're all weathering the same storm, but our boats range from yachts to dinghies. I kind of like
I
that.
like that. That's
Yeah.
very true. Very
And
true.
some of us may be shipwrecked. So she says, I hope your boat is weathering the storm. So to be productive or not to be productive? That is the question. So she says, I just love this. She says, I've read umpteen articles about how to be productive at this time and an equal number of articles advocating that we give ourselves a break and not expect so much of ourselves or others at this time. It's a big enough topic that she actually has linked several of the articles. She has a Survive and Thrive Roundup resource
I saw that.
on her website. So check that out.
Yep.
She says, as for herself, she vacillates between being unproductive and feeling bad about it and being unproductive and not feeling bad about it. I mean, so.
I like the part where she gave herself a total day off, even though she's been home.
Yeah.
She
And
talks
that's
about,
part of the next little point where she's talking about, oh no, it's not, that's coming up in 2 points.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
So that's okay. No problem.
Yep.
A little tease there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a new schedule? She said, part of the problem with the quarantine is no one really knows when it will end. And various parts of the country are reopening now. So others will be slower to reopen. And even when everything is open everywhere, there will be individuals like me and maybe you who say, we will need and will want to continue to stay home. And is there a second wave coming? And so, yeah, it's really hard to think about, oh, you know what? They're just going to open the restaurant and we're going to go out and have date night again. And it'll be all be open. And it'll be just like before. Except now there'll be plexiglass dividers and masks.
I know. I can't even.
Can that last forever, though? That can't be a new normal.
I don't think so. I don't want it to be the new normal. I do not.
I don't either. I don't think it can happen.
No.
Okay, and then your little point she made, how about a day off? I recently took a day off, and it did me a world of good. How did I know it was a day off? Since I'm home 24/7 anyway and didn't go anywhere. Well, she purposely did no work, no virtual clients, no planning, no writing, no projects, tasks, nothing but guilt-free TV, a hot tub, and an audiobook, and some other things. So anyway,
Nice.
that's nice. Give
That
yourself a
is
day
good.
off.
Yep.
So anyway, her final point, are you thriving or merely surviving? Thriving in the midst of a chaos is a wonderful thing, but surviving is an accomplishment too. It's good enough, and it's much better than not surviving, right?
Right.
All
Right.
right, let's put up
Yep.
that slide.
I like it.
Hazel Thornton, orgforlife.com. Are you wasting your free time? All right.
All right. Third one and final one, the Shauna Method.
Yes.
What to do when you can't. So she talks about COVID-19 has been a rough ride with so many experiencing mental, emotional, physical, and financial harm. She said she's looking forward to the day when this is all behind us, as I think we all are. She said, in the meantime, like many of you, I've been watching webinars and listening to podcasts. While much of what I've heard has been helpful, I found that traditional wisdom, particularly as it relates to time management and productivity, has not been quite as applicable. And it is because of what we can and can't do right now. Right. She says can't is a broad term, and there's three meanings. There's I can't, meaning I don't want to. I can't, meaning I don't know how to. And I can't, meaning I'm unable or not allowed to. So they go in three different buckets. The I don't want to are these are the items that we tend to procrastinate. I don't want to take out the trash right now. I don't want to do this right now. It just doesn't sound great to me. Right. And she said strategies for breaking down large projects into smaller tasks, for initiating action are all helpful for this kind of situation. So obviously taking out the trash, you can't break that down, but maybe a bigger task of I don't want to, of organizing your garage, small tasks. And then the bucket of I don't know how. So these are jobs we need, but aren't sure how to proceed. It might be fixing a broken appliance. Remember your dishwasher debacle that you had fixed? Oh, yeah. Doing homework that you're not sure of. Maybe parents are stuck trying to help their kids do that new age math, and they have no idea how to do second grade math anymore. So we set aside the responsibility, as sometimes we just can't do it. When we find ourselves in this position, we need to identify where the knowledge gap lies and identify tangible next steps to get the answers that we need to move forward. And then the bucket 3, can't equals I am unable or I am not allowed to. So this is kind of stuff that I think a lot of people are probably struggling with. Like, you can't go to the movies. Can't go to the movie. You can't go get a haircut. You can't do this. And she said this has all happened. People have lived through this before, not many of us that are still alive, but it has happened and it will get better. But anyway, she said over the last couple of months, there's been many things that we simply have not had the freedom to do. And then she lists the list that we kind of went over. And she goes on to say, the things you can do about these can'ts is you could reevaluate their importance. So how necessary is this? Is it really that necessary? Kind of when this is all said and done. Does it have to be done, or is it optional? Is it physically possible to do this right now? Or I guess that would pertain to now. Some of it pertains to the future. Right. And then consider alternatives. Is there a way that I could get this appliance fixed and not having someone come to my house? Could I get a good enough result versus a perfect result? What's good enough? And then let it go. Maybe some things aren't maybe you don't need to do it right now. Maybe it's not that important. And then she also said, consider alternatives. Actually, she didn't say this, but I'm thinking an alternative to your favorite restaurant that you can't go to. Maybe you think of something to do otherwise, or instead, maybe get takeout from that restaurant and clear your nice table at home, get all your work stuff off of it, and make a nice dinner and pretend that you're at the restaurant. There's things you can do instead of just saying can't. So reevaluate.
When there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Right. All right.
Well,
let's
anyway,
put her slide up there.
Okay. What to do when you can't. The Shauna Method.
The ShaunaMethod.com.
Yes, .com.
Okay. Awesome. Well, gosh, the week has gone by so fast.
It has, I
Because
know, because
been
it's
4
only
days long.
Thursday.
Yes, and
Yes.
this is our new normal. We can't. Oh well, I won't get into
We
that. Right?
can't
Yeah. We can
record
do
on Fridays. We
anything we want.
could, but we
We
can't.
do anything we want. That's what this whole show is premised on. We kind of do what we
Exactly.
want. We decided to move Blogger Roundup from Friday to Thursday.
Right.
So there you go. All right.
Yep.
Well, so then next week, I got to do the
Next
tease
week,
for next week.
Monday we'll be talking about
We'll
a
be back.
blog, right? Tuesday will be Solution Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tuesday Solution Day, and Wednesday we'll have a new podcast from Angie Height. So.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And I'm recording that one yet, so I still don't even know what the topic
So you
is.
still don't know what the topic is. Okay.
We're
All
getting
right. Well, you have fun recording
getting caught
that.
up now to where we're getting almost doing these in real time.
Ooh.
So
that's something new.
Yeah, because
you're replacing something with something that you can do.
Right. Yeah. Well,
you can't have about all these backed up in the studio.
Yeah.
So you can't, but you can record them from your house and kind of do them as they go.
Right. And we still have some podcasts that we recorded before COVID-19. I was thinking, gosh, if we play those, what if we make some reference to something that's just not happening now?
Yeah. Do you think you did? I don't know.
We'll have to see. It might take some.
You could do a little intro. This was previously recorded before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Just so people know.
We'll have to see. Yeah. Because I think we have 3 or 4 in the can that were before anyone even knew that one fateful March day when they said,
bye-bye, go home.
The office is closing.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Okay. Well, we'll be back on Monday then.
All right.
2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, right here at myOrganized.life live.
The Organized Home Office from myOrganized.life. When you work from home, your workspace doesn't have to be bland and boring. Brighten up your home office with organizing solutions from myOrganized.life. It's just for you. myOrganized.life. myOrganized.life.